Hi there. So today I'll be showing you how to convert your default Asobo, King Air, and Grand Caravan liveries to the black square King Air and Caravan analog. So let's get right into it. First things first, of course, for a livery conversion, you need to download a livery. For this demonstration today, I will be using the King Air 350i November 8141 Tango. So just download the livery and go ahead and install it just like you would any other livery by dragging the folder into your community folder. I've already done that, so just go ahead and head back down so that I can find it. All right, here it is. So just go ahead and right click it, click open in a new window, because we'll need a few of these just to make everything a bit easier. And then let's go ahead and make a new folder called bksq-aircraft-analog-king-air or analog caravan, depending on what you're doing. And this depends on the kind of livery you're doing. So for this one, we'll just call it N8141T. Once you've done that, within this folder, make another folder called SimObjects. Within this folder, make another folder called Airplanes. Within this folder, make another folder called the same as the first folder, so bksq-aircraft-analog-king-air-N8141T. Within this folder, make a folder called Texture. And this depends on the livery you're doing, so in this case, N8141T. And you are done making folders for now. So let's go ahead and stay in this folder here, on the one where you made your texture folder. And let's go ahead and open another window here on the community folder. And let's find the black square, yep, the original aircraft folder. Not the livery, just the regular aircraft. And we're going to go to SimObjects, Airplanes, and in here you'll have a livery example. From here we'll go ahead and take the aircraft.cfg, just go ahead and copy it, paste it in here. There's going to be a Texture.cfg. Once again, copy it and paste it inside the texture folder that you made. And we'll have to edit these configuration files, so just go ahead and open it. You can open it with Notepad if you want. And basically in here we just need to change all of the livery examples to whatever you want it to be for your specific livery. So for this, of course, it's N8141T. Texture. The texture here needs to match whatever you put after the dot for this folder. So first N8141T for our case. The UI variation is going to be N8141T. Let's see what else. So the ATC ID is going to be the tail number that you want for this plane. So of course N8141T. And if you have an airline or something, you can put it in here if you want. So probably, I don't know, I wouldn't really do that. Anyways, once you've made all these changes, Go ahead and save the aircraft.cfg, and let's move on to the Texture.cfg. Now this is where a lot of people get it wrong because it's not explained very clearly here. See instructions, it says replace livery name without quotes with the name of the default King Air's livery in your community folder that you wish to use with this black square aircraft. But it just says replace livery name, and if you just replace this part with, I don't know, N814T, it's not necessarily going to actually work, because what needs to go here is, go back to the original livery for the default King Air, go to Sim Objects Airplanes, and this, the name of this folder is what needs to be here. Because what we're doing is setting a path for this fallback. And this is the folder that needs to be here. Okay? So in this case, if I would have just replaced N8141T on the livery name, it would have worked because this this aircraft does have Asobo _ King Air 350 N8141T. But let's check out another livery, for example, this one, N360KG. This one, the folder is called Asobo _ King Air _ N360KG. So if I would have just put N360KG here, it would not have worked because there is no 350 and there's an underscore here. So it's something you need to watch out for. Just make sure that this folder's name within, if you go to your default livery, go to Sim Objects Airplanes, this folder's name, the name of this folder is what needs to be here. Okay, now that we've cleared that up, for the texture, check the original folder, the original liveries folder. Make sure that the texture dot name here matches this one. So N8141T, and just go ahead and save the texture.cfg, and you should be good to go there. All right. Also, you need to copy the thumbnails for your plane. Copy them into the texture folder, just to make sure that you can see the picture for the plane when you go and select it in your hangar. All right, now let's head back to the first folder we made, and let's make a couple text files here. So first off, we're going to make a layout. Instead of it being a text file, we're going to change this to JSON, JSON. It's going to give you a warning there, just hit yes. And let's make another text document called Manifest. Also, change the TXT at the end to JSON. If you don't see the file type extensions on the names, that's a Windows setting that you need to enable. Feel free to look up how to do that on your own. But yeah, just go ahead and rename these. Go ahead and open the Manifest.json. And in here, you will need to paste a few things. This is included in the manual for both the King Air and the Caravan, but I'll leave it in the description as well for each of the planes. So here all we need to do is change my livery to your livery, so N8141T, Control S to save it. And now that that's done, we should be able to make our layout file. So what you need to do to make the layout file is download MSFS layout generator. This is a separate program. I'll leave the link in the description as well so that you can get it yourself. But just go ahead and drag the layout.json file onto MSFS layout generator. You'll see a command prompt open there for a second. And now if you open layout.json, you'll be able to see that we have the information here for all the files in the folder. And by the way, anytime you make a change to any of these folders' names, or anytime you add a new file to anything here, you need to remake your layout file. So we should now be able to open the simulator and check out our plane in there. So let's go ahead and open it. This is of course going to take a while, so I'll just cut to when it opens fully. Alright, so now that the game has finally loaded, let's check to see if the plane shows up. So just go to your hangar, change the aircraft, go to your King Air or Caravan, go to your liveries, and it should show up here. Here it is, November 8141 Tango. Now, if it doesn't show up here, most likely the issue is with like the naming of a folder, or it could be something wrong with your aircraft.cfg file. If it does show up here, and when you click on it, instead of getting your livery, you get a livery like this, just like a red one, generic, then the issue is most likely with your fallback. So check to make sure that the folder path you set in the fallback is actually correct in the Texture.cfg file. And if you did everything right, it should show up here. Excellent. You did it. But if you notice, we have two tail numbers. So if you have a livery that does, make use of the default tail numbers, like for example, this one that I have, it doesn't have a painted on tail number, it uses the default one. That will work for you, but this isn't going to work for us. We have an already painted on tail number, so we just need to get rid of this. Now, how do we do that? Let's find out. It's not actually something you'll find in the manual, but just need to exit the simulator. And you're going to have to download a couple of mods, depending on if you're using the King Air or the Caravan. For the King Air, JD has made a mod here that you can download. I'll also leave it in the description. Just go ahead and drag this into your community folder. I already have it installed, so I won't do that. And for the Caravan, I didn't see JD make any of the same for the Caravan, so I did it myself. I'll also leave it in the description. Just download it, put it into your community folder, just like the other one. And let's go ahead and find it here. Community. Okay, King Air Analog. And in here, you'll find a README, which has what you need to put in. I'll show you where to put this, but basically you just need to copy this part. Copy it from the README. You can close that now. Go back to your converted aircraft. Go to same objects, airplanes, aircraft.cfg. And in here, where it says panel, you need to delete the little quotation marks and then paste this. Here, it's pointing to the file that will make it so that your duplicate tail numbers won't show up. So once again, save it, close it, and that should be enough to get rid of the tail numbers. So let's go ahead and launch the simulator again and see if it works. So now that the simulator has loaded back up, same thing, go to your hangar, change your aircraft, go to the King Air, liveries, let's go to the one that we just made, and if everything went well, you will no longer have the duplicate tail number. Alright, so hopefully you were able to follow this correctly and convert your own liveries. Hope this tutorial was useful for you. If it was, just let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear that you had success with it. And if not, just ask me a question about anything and I'll try to help you out. Alright, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.